All right, what's going on, Armis family? We are working on knife scales today, and I figured I'd give you a progress report on this week's knife production. So let's run through these guys real quick, and I'll talk briefly about how we attach and get these scales ready for the blades. All right. So most of these knives are VSKs, and most of them have the rock pattern request in the orders, and so that means we're using a lot of the scales that we had CNC cut. Prior to that, we'd have to take two pieces of G10, double stick tape them together, put the knife blank on to the scale, take a clamp it down, drill out the holes, take it off, scribe it, cut it out, the whole shebang. Luckily, excuse me, now we have the CNC cut scales, which is amazing. So that definitely helps speed up production, but there's still a lot of work to be done because they don't fit perfectly around the tang of the knife because all of these are handmade. And so what we have to do is still profile them and just get them to fit up perfectly snug. And so that takes some time as well. If people happen to order the textured scales, we still have to do that whole process where we tape the scales together and drill them and cut them out. And so there's a few, this is an EDK, there's a few in this week's order, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I needed to do that on. So now what needs to happen is we need to take and profile these things down to the spine of the knife all the way around. And the way we do that is on the 2x72 grinder. I got this awesome small wheel attachment and platen from Black Fox Knife Works. They're also the ones that make the grinder that we use. And then I actually made this adjustable table myself out of just kind of piecemealing other brands' work attachments together. I had to cut this out and get that to fit, but this works amazing because we've got a larger wheel and a smaller wheel, and the ones I chose work perfectly with the models of knives that we have. So like this small wheel will get the top here, and then we use the middle and the back to get it flush. But then when we come back around to the punyo or the bird's beak, we're gonna have to use that small wheel again in order to get in the smaller radiuses. So this is an amazing attachment, and we use an 80 grit J-Flex belt, and it works fantastic for, and they're aluminum oxide, by the way, but they work fantastic for forming the scales to the knife. Once that's done, we just have to add, continue the roundover or chamfer around the sides. We already did that on the tops of all of the scales. We do that first. And how we keep the tops of our scales all consistent is I made up aluminum jigs. So these fit all of the knife blanks that we have water jet cut perfectly. And what that allows us to do is have a match every single time. So we match the angle of the plunge line to the angle of the scale, where obviously you can see how deep it goes, lines up with that point as well. And the way we get that consistent on our scales, aside from the ones that are now CNC'd, is we use these aluminum jigs, and I have one for every knife model so that we can take that, put it on a piece of G10 once it's been drilled, once the scale fastener holes have been drilled through, it lines up perfectly. You scribe it on top, scribe it around. These are slightly oversized, but now that's the perfect jig to set up your scales if you're still doing stuff by hand. So that's awesome. It works really well. Like I said, these CNC scales have really cut down production time because normally I would spend like probably a full day and a half. This is 11 knives, I believe, 12 knives. 12 knives, including training blades. This would take me a day and a half solid to get all of these scales fitted up. But now with these CNC ones, I can do it, if they're all these, I can do it in like half a day. So it's pretty incredible as far as production is concerned, a lot less stress, and we get knives shipped out faster. So that's it. That's the update. These should be ready to go by the end of the week, if not the weekend. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And as always, shout out to us with any questions you guys got. All right, thanks so much.